Hey guys, good afternoon. Time now is 1:55. I'm on my way to meet my instructor, my MMA instructor, and the sun is very hot. Yeah. So it's dry season now, and I don't know if my camera can withstand the entire heat that's going on right now because man, this thing will build for the tank. So quick update. I may have poured in way too much palm kernel oil, and it's making the whole thing look funny, right? Questioning. So what I think I would do is my plan to fix that is I don't think I can fix that. The only thing I think I can do is I could buy more shea butter and see if I can make it look brighter. It looks very, very dark, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. So I'll buy the exact same quantity, about 600 grams of shea butter that I used. So it can probably look much more lighter. So yep. Now I did not sleep. So after maybe my plans maybe to like whip up the cream or like go and drop by the store, whip up the cream, put them into a package, then just relax for the evening. I have this feeling that one of my guys is gonna call me to come through, and I'll come through. Then we can probably step out together. I'm not entirely sure that will happen, but if it doesn't happen, I think I'll go to bed early today. I mean earlier than usual. My plan usually is to get to bed by 9, but getting to bed by 8 is pretty decent. Hey Isaac, what's up now? Why they go?
I won't miss my guy here in the month.
Okay.
How
They
you doing
go.
now?
And then they go MMA like this.
Where they go?
MMA like this.
Yeah, as I dey fear you now.
No,
They tell me I did like
it's not like that. It's not like that. It's not like that. Man, that's Isaac. That's Isaac that I met at the gym yesterday. And then it seems like he's the guy who I would say took my entire 1 hour. So I'm not entirely sure. And he actually he didn't mind showing up. He didn't mind showing up on my content, right? And the thing was that I was very close to the speaker. And because I was very close to the speaker, it was very, very difficult for you guys to hear anything. So I completely shut off the production, quote unquote. So I could see him carrying some guests. Feels like he's going for a shoot today or sometimes 2 p.m. So definitely this week, we're definitely going to have like a conversation at the gym. I'll tell him that it's recorded, so he has an idea that okay, fine, it's not a setup, but just two guys having their fun, doing their thing, and plus he to try to get into content. So, like I said, random topics. I mean, because we spent an hour, and that was like we were basically enjoying the conversation. If we're not enjoying it, it will not have lasted. Like I can see this motorcade behind me, and then driving in Lagos is something that you have to calculate, man. Oh, it could pass, but well, I'm moving at the very first speed. So yeah, very cute guy. I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. So yeah, I was talking about my cream. So I applied the oil after having my bath, right? And my skin is like not dry. It's not dry. Well, maybe I'm not familiar with the idea of a dry skin, but during the Harmattan season, right? When you apply cream, there's a way your skin looks like. It ends up looking whitish, right? Whitish. But that's not what I'm getting now. I mean, I really have not tried my shea butter and oil like cream during Hamatan season. Because for some strange reasons, the country has not had Hamatan for a period. Although I have a hypothesis around that. Around that. I'm going somewhere. I think I'm not sure I mentioned it, but ever since a certain president was elected in Nigeria, right? For a while, the country has not really had Hamatan, or if at all it had this Hamatan, it's usually very, 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 very little, very, very short times, and then it's back to the usual weather. Well, let's see how long this lasts because this is just new. At the same time, what makes it crazy is that the Hamatan that used to be very, very cold is now very, very hot. I mean, very hot. Like I said, I don't know how my camera is going to withstand this. I just feel like so there was this other day when my camera just packed up, like super hot and everything. I just took it out. So that may happen today, but if it happens, I don't feel bothered. Oh, okay. Now, Isaac was like, he's afraid of me because of I mentioned MMA. I'm like, well, don't see it as it's not a thing where you have to where you have to fight people. You don't have to fight people. I take it as a hobby. It can help train your focus. It can help train your discipline, especially when you're training for a competition. Now that reminds me. So, part of my entertainment Sunday cooling off and all that, right? I look for reaction channels. And there's a particular YouTube reaction channel that I love because I to some extent I agree to some of his thought processes. So I love his mediocre tutorials and reviews MTR. Hmm. Because traffic feels like a game of chess. Okay, so I Google his name now. I noticed something. He's sparring. He's I think boxing sparring though. He's sparring, and I'm wondering, wait, why is he sparring? Then it dawned on me that slowly, like of recent times, I've been seeing a lot of content. I'm not referring to the one where, mind you, on my YouTube feed, I wipe it up. I wipe it off. I wipe it off almost every day because I like to like just start afresh and chase my interest. So what that technically means is I use incognito and I close it when I'm done. So now all of a sudden, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of YouTubers getting into MMA. I mean, we have Hamza, MTR, Jack, Jack Hopkins. Is it Hopkins or Hopkins? I'm not entirely sure I'm getting his other name correct, but like interesting. Let's see. Then there was another video I saw, not today though, but of recent times. I'm beginning to see this drive towards fight, towards aggressiveness and everything. But and I'm starting to begin to think that maybe this is a way of the universe pushing towards masculinity coming back. Masculinity is not this thing of, oh, he's so nice, he can't do any harm. No. Being masculine and being a good man, quote unquote, you should be able to do as much damage. You should be capable of violence. Does not mean that you're a violent person. Those are two different things. Right? Two completely different things. I think next time, before I start this car series, right, I think I should have a topic and go with that topic. I feel that would make sense. Because I came across a video title, and that YouTube video title says everything I wanted, but I really wish I could make one. And the video title says, "Only go for women that want you," and that thing hits me hard. You should only go for women that want you. So basically, what it's saying is, I feel like that doesn't mean that you should just hang in there like a buffoon and wait to be chosen. No, what it basically means is play your part as a guy, look your part, level up your game, right? No matter who you are, you can't attract 100% of the women, no matter who you are. No matter who you are, yeah. Attract the ones you can attract, yeah. Pick what you want, but the idea is that the woman you're going to be dealing with is a woman who also wants to get you. So what that means is that she may be playing a game difficult to get because she wants you to put in the effort. She wants you to show some commitment. But she has to choose you. Ironically. I don't know if you probably saw the video where I approached the girl at the gym. She was super nice, super interesting. She gives me her number. All of a sudden, she's texting me. She's giving me one-word replies. She's responding to me the next day. So I cut it off. I had to cut it off for that respect because I saw her at the gym and she was super nice again. And it just dawned on me that okay, fine. She may she may be a busy person, yeah. But if she chooses you, trust me, women would always find a way to want to give you that space. They will do what they can do to get you. That's why women basically think like that it's the same thing for men. Well, maybe same thing for some men. But oh, sis, if he wants you, they're going to do all that to get you. So the bottom line is, do your part as a guy, and then attract as much as possible, up your games. Then when you're approaching a woman, because I cannot believe that, in the very end, no matter what you do, you are still going to be the one doing the approaching. When you attract them, it's like priming them up. You're going to approach regardless, because this is how women shoot their shots. They just stay one. They stay in your space where you can notice them, and they make it easier for you to get the job done. That is, you walk into your space, dress, sometimes dress in a certain way, smell a certain way. So I'll see you at I'm very, very close to the MMA, to the, should I call it the MMA camp. See you soon. So, it's the time of the year where everything is relaxed and calm. People are in their houses, people really go to the gym. And my instructor is saying that me and him should meet we should train more often at the gym than, I guess I should have put on my ND filter right from the house. Mm, I'm almost at the MMA studio. I don't have minutes runs. So yep, that's how I think it should be. So go for women that choose you. Formula is simple but difficult to practice. And like I said, the more difficult it is, not really the more difficult it is, that some level of difficulty has some reward in it. I mean, because if it was easy to be a man, there'll be no reward for being a man. I mean, if everybody got rewarded for just participating, there'll be no need to up your game. If you up your game, you attract as much as possible and go for the ones that, yeah, talk to you soon. So how's service?
Service.
Yeah.
I didn't go to church.
What's up? Any reason?
I'm not a church goer.
Okay. What about you? Tell me same thing.
So take. I want you to go 1, 2, just like that. Try to hit my head.
Hit your
One.
head.
Uh-huh.
I should aim for it.
Yes.
Okay.
Hit 1. It's not hard. That's actually it's
Okay.
not hard. 1, 2. Okay. 1. Now you're going to turn. Right? So you aim for the head.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So 1. Swing up. 1. Move back.
Okay.
You are shifting
No,
it.
no, I'm not. So,
Don't shift it
okay,
now.
okay, center. Okay.
Yeah,
head.
center.
You said your head. I was like, are you sure? Because
It's supposed to. Yes, now it's supposed to help you.
no, 'cause is that I should aim for the center or I should aim for
Yes.
your head? Those are two different things.
Okay, aim for the center.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
1, 2. So the drill is supposed to be like you're supposed to get it on your shoulder.
Okay.
Huh? So
Okay.
the next one comes.
On next shoulder.
Move it now.
On next shoulder.
1, 2. But see how I'm stepping.
Yeah.
1,
Okay.
2.
They don't overlap.
1, 2. So
Costume, please avoid bending.
you can see where I'm looking. No. This don't come. See, just give me your shoulder. If I go like this, that's your back.
There you go.
See.
This is British.
Yes, that's the slip.
So you step in, you
Yeah.
step in.
Okay. So if you're stepping forward, when you go this way, you're stepping forward with this leg.
Mhm.
So go 1, good, 2. Go step forward.
Step
One.
forward, step forward.
2.
Your step is too narrow. As a
See.
step.
See,
Okay.
basically, what
One
we
more
are
like
doing, this is what
walking.
you're doing.
Okay.
You understand? But just
Okay.
like each time you're going 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's not just like this.
Okay.
If you do like this, you're not balanced. You're advancing on me with it.
Okay.
Huh? Ready? You're stepping forward with that leg,
Okay.
going this way.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, yes.
That's okay.
Going.
Sure.
This one, see, this one is the fast one. This one looks like a high speed.
Okay. Okay.
From the lead, step in,
Okay.
step. So the rear. Oh, I have popped. You have not stretched the leg. See. You get? You get? You get?
Okay. Did it again. It just feels very awkward. Okay. It's pointed.
So the aim is not to kick this way. See. Point your toe forward. Point your toe towards like where you're going. So I'm pointing.
Uh,
Point my toe towards you. I'm not trying to kick.
See? The only way I can, I think I can achieve close to this is what to the back.
Yes.
If it is to the back.
We are raised the knee. Let me see. Yes. But you see this leg? Raise it. It needs to go to the back.
Okay.
Okay.
That I think that on itself that's it.
Okay. So let's see how high you can go now. See how you can kick. So from there, you can't kick higher than that. This just kick head height. Or head height.
I'm saying that from this now. That's the
This is height. Roundhouse. That's his limit. So this flexibility, this stretching.
So what you just need to do is, once you are here, take it as high as possible. As high as possible, pull back. You'll be feeling it obviously here. So these are one things we do when we're in the gym. So I'll be as high as possible tomorrow. So mobility
So
drills.
what you need to get to is your this way. You want your knee to be pointing up.
So you
Okay.
know this thing we do with this side stuff. We have to do with the dumbbell. This Cossack squats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understand? We do with the dumbbell.
Squats.
The dumbbell, Cossack squats. To
Can
strengthen.
you do it without the dumbbell?
No, he will start without, then eventually bring up to it.
No, I'm not saying he has known it before. Like, you can do, you know it.
I think I know it now. Like, when you are going, so like this.
He did the
No, no,
combination.
no.
So you have to
So
turn
that-
the leg.
you turn the leg when you're
One
going.
leg up,
Yes.
sit.
Yeah, he did it now. Here.
Sit. Is that the lowest you can go?
Yep.
So correct that.
So you need to be able to sit.
Then with time we start elevating this leg so you can sink deeper. This is gonna be part of what
So it's not the leg that is stretching out that is the problem.
The sitting leg.
Yes.
That's the
Okay.
leg that comes up like this.
That's the leg that's doing this when you kick.
Okay.
You
We'll get
understand?
there.
Because
Okay.
if you take that pose, if I take a cutter picture of you and I flip it, that's your
Look on this
chamber.
side, that's your chamber. That
So
chamber
if
then
you
come
can do
from.
this, it tells you that when I'm standing straight, this is how much I can hold
Okay.
this
So you
leg.
can see that when you're
You
standing,
understand?
assuming
So
it's
So
targeting
when you
here,
say sit,
you bring your butt down to your heel.
okay.
Not down here.
Now, same
you
thing
are
when
up here.
when you're up there. Now the idea is that you want your butt to be
You want
pointing
to be
towards your
down here.
target, which
Okay.
is what is going on now.
So if you need to, you can start from sitting on the floor.
Okay.
You understand? So you
And
can
we-
Then
holding the
regarding bringing the heels to the bottom to the butt, even when I kneel down, right?
Yeah.
After that first day, Before I could sit down on my heels.
Yeah.
But I can't sit down on my heels.
See, do this. Hold this pole.
Start from here.
Look at this pole.
Can do from here. Can you sit like this?
Hmm?
Let's find out.
I can sit like this now.
Sit. Let me see.
Oh, that's
Don't stretch. Just sit down and stretch one leg out. Sit comfortably on the floor. Sit. Rest.
is it.
Okay. Are you feeling any strain?
Yeah.
Where?
My waist.
At the back.
Sorry?
Front.
My waist, but back.
This side.
Yeah,
At the
there.
back.
Yeah, the butt.
So what you want to do now is you now want to still
No.
supporting yourself on the floor.
Okay.
You can put your hand on the floor, but get your butt off the floor. Yes, my baby. You and me one day. Get your butt off the floor.
Yeah.
You can sit up like this. Put one in front. One behind, one in front.
Okay.
Get up.
Get up.
Come forward.
Okay.
Come forward. Keep this one. So the aim is to try and get up to you can get up on this leg. So come forward. Lean forward. Come forward. Yeah, come forward.
Keep
Come
coming.
forward.
Keep coming.
Put
Till
your
you
hand
get
in
up.
front.
Yeah, then get up.
Wait, it's already.
You
It's
understand?
already.
See,
It's already giving in.
Well, as you're coming up, where you feeling straight more?
I could feel something here.
Here, where you feel it in your back?
No.
Here. Let your foot needs to be here. Right now you're chambering up here, but your foot is here. See, your foot is here.
Okay.
See the difference? Foot needs to be here, but your foot is here. So you're seeing your knee up here, telling yourself my chamber is high, but your foot is here. So by the time you're kicking, as opposed to is straight. Blade.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. I thought cows can kick. Cows kick back. Cows kick side.
yes, you just said side.
But cows to kick back now.
Yeah, you do back, you do side. I've seen the side one is now.
Okay. You mean like this? Is
Yes.
you mean behind or across? But this is yeah. But when he says step, the person is taking off his legs, not his body.
You are doing this.
No, I get. When he says step, okay.
Step behind.
Okay. Okay. And just put this on your head. Yeah.
Again? You can't be flat footed. Why are your feet flat on the ground?
Okay.
Give me that leg.
Okay.
So you put more weight on this one. Put weight on this one. Don't rest the heel. Put weight on this one. Yes. Now
Okay.
you can kick. Let it flow. You understand? See.
Okay.
See. The force comes from. You see that? So this is the whiplash from here. If you do this, you're just kicking with this leg. But if you do this, you will break a rib.
A rib. When you say a rib, like someone's rib on my rib. Okay.
Yes. Don't kick. I want you to kick. Go middle level. Don't worry about kicking high. Yes. Again. That's a stationary kick. Not
Okay.
stationary. There's no forward momentum. I
Okay.
want you to add forward momentum this side. It's cross. So cross stance with it. See. There's forward momentum that the only thing that will stop you is you have to arrest your momentum. See.
Okay. Okay. Move it. Okay.
Yeah?
So I guess I'll have about 30 minutes to play around and just be in my element. So, yep, that's it for today. I'll get to the store to grab some things for me and some gift items I want to share. Basically, we're talking about how fighting is more of a mental game and it is a physical one. I'm going to the store to grab something. Like I said, I plan to sleep early today. So yes, spoke about how fighting is more of a mental game than a physical game. You see a lot of people who try to fight more using the what do they call it? Using their shall I call it force. I call it force. They believe that more brute force is better. But somebody who has mastered the game of psychological tricks. I mean, and this is how a lot of women play their games, right? I say that men need to understand that you need to have mental power, right? Mental strength. You need to have that willpower to control yourself. That is the only that is where you can you literally have your edge. Because if you're to get into a physical fight with somebody, right, and you're able to get into their head, you have a far better chance, right? When you get into their head, you can either stop the fight, or you can even win the fight you can win the physical fight right before it even happens. And these are things that I'm beginning to realize more in MMA. And the same thing with business, right? And if you study the idea of game theory, how everything is mental. And it's the same thing that Kabbalion says over and over again. But these are things you begin to internalize. Because in his story, he told a story about somebody who trained multiple martial arts. He worked as a bouncer and still lacked that mental confidence. And the only way he got the mental confidence was when he became a bouncer for a local pub in Coventry. So as a bouncer, I was able to get into different street fights. I was able to I was able to get into multiple street fights. Got into some situations. He won his way out, and that boosted his confidence. Same thing with Martin, right? Martin said that it was when he began to join competitions that his confidence boosted. Although I am trying to learn how to boost confidence without having to get into a fight or having to compete. Not to get into a fight, but compete. I want people to get to that level where my confidence comes out of pass. The confidence comes out of, should I say, sheer will rather than having to compete. It's more like I want to be able to create my confidence. I think that's the word. That's that idea. That's the concept. So yep, that's what I think I learned for today. Right there, that's something that I can take home. And like every time, I always take something home. Yeah, okay. So I always take something home every single day. Okay, so I need to stop at this Winnie store, check for table salt. They have table salt and shea butter because I'm going home to whip that butter. So when I whip the butter, I need to like mix it up to so I can lighten it. I can lighten it up more further, and it becomes better for me. But it seems this store is pretty maxed out. A lot of cars. Oh yeah. So I went to the store. I couldn't get some things that I wanted. I got the cashew milk. And I got Himalayan pink salt and coffee. I was hoping to get a certain kind of green tea, but I got coffee instead. To be very, very frank, I got the coffee because I liked it. I liked the packaging, and the coffee felt much more fine. I mean, fine is much more grounded than the regular coffee that I take. So I just got it because that was the last one that was there. So I just got it. I think that's by Tesco. I can't remember the name of the brand, but I got it. So yes, I'm currently going to my apartment, but I need to stop by to get shea butter. So I may not have to boil this one up. I'll just go directly into whipping it. Oh, that's true. I might as well, okay, who is this? I might as well boil it up again. or heat it up, but not so much. Heat it up so it's completely oily. I'm trying to basically dilute that dark that dark palm kernel feeling. So I'm trying to get rid of. So it's definitely going to shoot above my budget, but I'm pretty sure that by getting one more shea butter, the same size, I'm most likely making my cream for the next 8 months to a year without me switching to anything. Wow, this looks very, very risky. This guy's door, bro, like this guy's door was literally hanging out. Felt like it was about to fall. But driving in Lagos is something else entirely. So after whipping my cream, I just plan for the entire week. So this week, my plan is to, well, this week is the week of Christmas, so I plan to review my goals for the coming year, sorting myself out. And I have these clients that I have a one-off job with, so I'll probably just call him up, know when we can conclude our test. Let me get paid. Let me get my boxing gears. Let me prep my boxing gears so that moving into 2025, we're kicking off with boxing. You know, try to get that proper footwork. Let me know that my kicks are going for kicks. I'm going 3 months into boxing. From 3 months into boxing, I may go another 3 months into something else, but it has to be close by. It has to be close by, so that it's not something that I have to completely take a stretch off. So before I press the record button, I was having a thought, right? I'm thinking of what can I do, although, to be very, very frank, I feel like I have ADHD. It's self-diagnosed because when I look at the symptoms of ADHD, I tick almost everything there. So I'm not saying this as a thing to be afraid of. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm thinking of, okay, how can I make this ADHD work to my advantage? How can I work with myself to a point where I am negotiating with myself properly? Like, okay, fine, this is what we should do, so that things play out in our favor, to my favor rather. So the first step is be careful, please be careful. Okay, good. So my first step is I first of all ask myself, right, because when you hear these productivity gurus telling you to go into flow state for 4 hours, I don't think that works for me. I don't think that's me. So what I'm considering, right, is what can I do for the because I wake up by 4, or I'll say by 6 or by 5:30 is when I'm mostly done with everything. So I'm considering waking up by 3:30 or waking up by 3. That will involve me going to bed earlier and everything, which I'm not. I have no problems with. I have no problems with going to bed earlier. But then again, if I'm waking up by 3 or by 3:30, I think it's 3:30 because for some very strange reasons, my body just goes into this whole automatic guilt mode, and I'm rolling on the bed for an hour, 30 minutes to an hour, just rolling on the bed, trying to figure out what to get done. So I think I'm gonna do 3 a.m., but that 3 a.m. is to give me to at least do 2 hours of work. So if I'm going to be scripting content, I am scripting content. If I'm working on my sales Bible, I'm working on my sales Bible. But that first 2 hours is to lay the foundation for this year's year. I'm going into content aggressively. I'm going to feel like a content creator. And like the podcast I listened to today with Dan Cole and this guy whose name I really did not put in my head. They spoke about how he left his tech job, went into full-time content creation, and at first he was bad at it, and later on he became very good. Navarro Vicant likes his work, retweets his work, shares his work, so it means it should be that good. I mean, I think I can speak for Navarro's taste. It's okay, it's good. Okay, I see a lot of presence of armed guards. Okay. Well, let's just drive together in case. I need to get an extra I think about 500 or 600 grams of shea butter. So after whipping it, I'll put it back in the freezer. Then I need to from there I'll be going to get some gift items. Let me see, how many grams of butter is this? 600 grams. That's 1.2 kg of shea butter. And these are pretty beautiful. I also want very attractive lady, which always gets me because I always say that, well, every day I see attractive ladies, right? So to be very, very frank, there is nothing so special in any of them. I mean, they're all attractive. Oh, I'm not trying to. This is not a way of belittling them. Is this whole idea of? I've seen these people say, "Oh, I don't know when next I'll see a lady this attractive," but in reality, you always will see one who's attractive. So that idea is not entirely true. I see a lot of guys fall into that scarcity mindset. I mean, it's nice to want to tell your lady how attractive she is, also how stroke her ego and everything. Speaking about stroking ego, right? Stroking ego and everything, it's also an interesting concept in martial arts, deception. Because then again, when I kept on watching that Batman fight with Bane and Raja, that is different fights. I kept on seeing this whole some words there were just striking and striking. So for example now, they have this idea of trickiality and deception. That is tricking your opponents and at the same time deceiving them is very powerful. You can see, and then Rajago had this statement of he's telling Batman that you know how to fight 6 men. I can teach you how to fight 600 men. You know how to disappear. We'll teach you how to be invincible. And the reality is that it's never about brute force. Force can only get you so far. You are a human being. You can only generate so much force as you are, regardless of how much weight you lift. That's why bodybuilders, right? Bodybuilders feel very, very funny when they actually realize that with all of those muscles they have, someone around the corner can take them out. Like using not so much effort, using half the strength that they have, can take them out. It completely destroys their mind. Imagine somebody who has built so much muscles, and by the way, now there are some motherfuckers out there who they are bodybuilders, but they can fight as hell. They can fight well. So be very careful never to get caught with that whole idea of these guys are big, means they can't fight. No, I have seen some of them, and bro, they may not have the speed, although speed is a different topic. They might train for speed. People like that are much more elite and much more dangerous. But being a bodybuilder knows how to throw good kicks, knows how to throw good punches, how to use his limbs, elbows, shin, toes, heels. Bro, that's the guy you never want to be in a fight with. I mean, especially when he knows the whole idea of efficiency, minimal strength, maximum damage, or maximum damage. It's not somebody you want to go around with. Yeah, so always say, and if you learn how to win the battle in the mind, of which is martial arts actually, you get hit in the face, you bounce back, you get hit in the face, you bounce back, you get hit in the face. Calm down now, you don't go to that. You get hit in the face, you bounce back, you get hit in the face, you bounce back. At some point, you might want to get hit in the face so that it will expose your enemy to your own strength. Yep, at some point. That's how good some fighters are. So, MMA is not about taking people down. Sometimes it puts you in this whole idea of having to calculate, make proper moves, think very well, so that you can land proper strikes. So, yep, that's all I have to say. Why do people just come out of the room that way? Oh, I don't know, there's this idea of people not wanting to be patient. It's a road. I mean, if you just wait 5 seconds or maybe max, let's say the presidential convoy is passing, 60 seconds. No, let's say max, maybe 2-3 minutes, you'll be okay. This whole idea of wanting to go first, and this is something that I think I've gotten better at. Me back in the days, a couple of years ago, I was always this pushy, and I feel like sometimes it's caused by different things. Right? I think mine was caused by overstimulation, always wanting to have loud music, wanting to take sugar, wanting to run, wanting to be. There is, should I use the word restlessness, that caused me to be very, very impatient. But I'm grateful that I'm growing out of it, or I grew out of it by intentions rather than by circumstances. Something that I'm grateful for. But yeah, I'm almost at the house, so let me just whip my cream, have a shower, go for a walk, have a shower, go for a walk, call it a day, and then we'll see. So thank you very much. Talk to you soon, and bye for now.